Okay, let's take a look at San Diego. First of all, I'm going to show you where, when I was traveling, my legs were skinny as fuck, because when you are a shoestring budget and you do have such a high metabolism, it's like, oh, I don't know, 113 degrees in Venezuela, you do tend to lose weight. And she goes, can we trade legs? Okay, thanks, bye. So what is this saying? It's saying that Theresa's idolizing. It's funny because we like idolize each other's bodies. Probably not her right now with me, but in general we were like, you know, like I was like, oh my god, like I love your curves, that's so unfair, you stole them all. And she was like, oh, you have the longest legs, like you've got the height, you know. And we would kind of do this with each other. I didn't want her curly hair because I've seen what she go through in the morning. Fuck that, dude. But if I were anorexic or struggling with that, you would be like, you're dying. But she's like, she's saying it as a compliment. You would never do this to an anorexic. No. I'm going to show you that there were issues with her mom. I write her and I'm like, look, because I always felt that it was because I didn't have a relationship with our mom that it kept. I didn't really have a relationship with Theresa for a long time, and I felt that's why. Theresa's anti-controversy no matter what it is. And so I will show you the email where I write her and I just go, look, I'm not really sure how much of a relationship I want with her mom, because when I was 20, that was the first time that my mom and I had contact again, and I was like, I kind of just did it to like do it as a child and not, do it as an adult instead of a child, and to have a right size for my mom. You know, when you're a kid, your parents are so big, and I kind of had to see what she really was. And I just go, I mentioned, like I've said in here, that you are so worth loving and protecting, and I have 10 times the amount of love for you as, you know, I do for her. And I just don't want, if I decide not to have her in my life, I don't want it to affect us again, because we're just starting to build a relationship. So what does this mean? It means I didn't have a relationship with my mom for 10 years, and I, because of that, didn't have a relationship with Theresa, and was just starting to sort of build one. Okay, I'm going to show you that she has nervousness about our mom visiting her house, and she's like, we're talking about like she's a wild card, you never know what to expect, like, and she's just like nervous about it. Okay. And she asks if I want to go on a cruise. This is when I was in LA with our mom to Mexico, and I'm like, no, because I'm not going to bail on my dad. My dad was there for me this entire time, and she's just going to come and like take me for the holidays, and I don't want to, you know, that's like cool, like a cruise, but like I don't want to do that to my dad, because everything I said was true. She mentions, we're like kind of joking about like how emotionally unavailable, how our mom can never be emotionally vulnerable. Okay. And I'm going to show you that, well, Theresa can deny or change what she wanted, but my mom did something really shitty once. This is an example of one shitty thing my mom has done. When she first met Chad, she saw him and walked away. And it really hurt my sister. My sister was like devastated. It's really shit car. And she brings it up. Oh, like when she didn't see me at the car show. The painting, I will show you that was a custom painting. Teresa's saying I just painted it the way I wanted to paint it, and there was nothing with her in this part. No, she's telling me the colors of her living room. She's, you know, telling me what art she likes. So I will show you this, that she's an active part of the Audrey that I made. She didn't say that. She also is recognizing, hey, maybe you'll have enough money to stay in LA. I'll show you the missing dog signs and how I did look for her dog, or at least make the signs for it right away. I think she said that didn't happen. I'll show you there's a picture of me slumped over, and I have like platinum blonde hair, like Marilyn hair. And she said it was drugs, I'm pretty sure. And I'll show you the email. That was because we went on a long hike. And I'll show you the pictures from that, and it's the same thing. I'm wearing white, probably what she presented to you. It wasn't drugs. A long ass hike, and I had already been driving all day. I'll show you my sister's shoes at her wedding were wedges with a heel on it. She's like claiming that I'm not 5'8", 5'9", but you're not 5'8", 5'9". That was Wedge's bitch, and I had flat sandals that were like this big, tiniest shoe I owned. And I'll show you that her uncle is mentioning, actually it was her father that was mentioning, I reread the email, in his, as he's passing away, that he's mainly concerned for his kids, and you know, just about, it was a good shot, about especially Theresa, because she doesn't have a lot of support with her mom, on her mom's side, like I said. And I'll show you that Theresa's friends, you know, we got along. One of her friends is writing me, hey, come down, like, we need more of you in the group, you're so much fun. And another one, I'm at Theresa's wedding, you know, we're talking, I thank her for, she smoked me out a lot, I smoked her out too, but she smoked me out a lot, and I was like, hey, thank you for smoking me out at the wedding. You guys were saying I was doing crack or something. No, smoking weed. I'll show you that. And I'll show you that her, another one of her friends was like, hey, do you want to ride down to the wedding? So what I'm saying is, there was no problems. I was liked by her group. I was liked by them. I will show you also that her cousins, Tasia, I don't think I have anything from Zephin, but Kyla, Tasia, and Zephin are her three cousins. And I think one of them wrote me, I think it was I always confuse the two because I don't really know them, but I think it was Kyla wrote me and was like, how long has it been since we've seen you? So I didn't know those people until the wedding, and which I'm showing you I was smoking weed at.